Welcome to the deep dive. We're tackling a question that, well, has probably crossed your mind. Is passive income the real deal or just, another internet myth?
Yeah, it's everywhere, isn't it? We've got this really interesting YouTube video from Greg Gottfried today. He lays out 7 specific passive income streams.
And he claims he's actually making money from them. So let's get right into it. Let's dig in.
Definitely. Our goal today isn't just listing these off. We want to really look at the concrete steps from the video. Figure out maybe the easiest way for you to start.
And also point out potential pitfalls, right? Any hurdles you might face.
Exactly, because it's not always as simple as it sounds online.
And we know you might be coming at this from different places, financially speaking, or, with online stuff. So we want to make it clear, practical.
Give you stuff you can actually use without making your head spin.
Right. So we'll follow the 7 streams Greg Gottfried talks about, starting with what he thinks are the easiest.
And then moving up to the ones that are, well, a bit more involved to get going. He kind of ranks them by difficulty.
Which makes sense. So first up,
high-yield online savings accounts.
Okay, let's unpack this. Simple idea, right? It's just a bank account.
Yeah, but one that pays you significantly more interest than like your regular savings account probably does.
And it's funny, the video points out a lot of people just don't even know these exist.
Right, they might have money sitting there earning practically nothing. They could be getting a much better return, really, with minimal effort.
Exactly. Now, the key thing here with this first one, it's passive after you put the money in, Yeah. It earns interest automatically.
But, and this is the big but, you need money to put in first. You need that initial capital.
Yeah, it's earning a return on your money, not making money from thin air.
Precisely. Passive returns on capital you already have. The video gives 3 specific examples with the rates they had at the time.
Right. First was Capital One, their Performance 360 account, offering 3.8%.
And he mentions their reputation, solid bank, and it's apparently super easy if you're already a customer.
Yeah, that convenience factor is big, makes it pretty straightforward if you're already with them.
Then the second one was Ally, also 3.8%. He notes they've been in this high-yield game for a long time.
So maybe some stability there, some experience.
Could be. And the third one, Betterment. They were offering a bit higher, 4%.
And the video suggested Betterment often tries to stay, really competitive with their rates.
Yeah, so 3 decent options to check out if you've got cash just sitting in a low-yield account. It seems like a no-brainer almost.
Absolutely. The video calls this the absolute easiest way to start. It really is.
But again, remember that prerequisite. Got to have the initial cash. Even so, it highlights how just optimizing what you already have can make a difference. Small gains add up.
Okay, good start. Let's move to number 2. This is where it gets more into online business models. Amazon KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing.
Right. So for anyone not familiar, KDP lets you sell books on Amazon, but without a traditional publisher.
And the video stresses you don't need to write the next great novel. He's talking about really simple stuff.
Yeah, like uploading a cover file and then the inside pages, which could literally just be lined paper, like a notebook.
Seriously. Just line paper.
That was one example, yeah. Or puzzle books, which we'll get to. But the point is, Amazon handles everything after you upload those files.
Okay, so you upload the cover, the interior, Amazon lists it.
And when someone buys it, Amazon prints it on demand. So you don't hold inventory. They print it, they ship it, they handle customer service.
Wow. Okay.
The video really emphasizes how strictly passive this can be after that initial work.
And he gives that personal story, right, about an account making money for over a year without him even logging in.
Yeah, that really drives the point home, doesn't it? True hands-off income, potentially.
And the accessibility factor, too. He says anyone, anywhere can start for free.
Which is huge. Really lowers the barrier.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's a really good piece of advice he shared for KDP.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
Focusing on word search books.
Word searches.
Really? Apparently, yeah. They sell well, and crucially, there's less competition because fewer people know how to or want to create the puzzles themselves.
Ah, that's clever. So it's not about being a writing genius, but finding these little gaps in the market, low competition niches.
Exactly. Finding those underserved spots on a huge platform like Amazon. That seems to be the key. You find a need, provide a simple product.
And if you're thinking, how on earth do I make a word search book?
He mentioned there's a free step-by-step tutorial on his channel. The link's in the original video description, apparently.
So the resources are out there if this sparks your interest.
It really shows, there's work up front, creating the thing, learning the ropes, but then the income can become quite passive. It's using Amazon's huge machine.
Okay, fascinating. Let's shift to number 3, Amazon Merch on Demand. Sounds kind of similar to KDP.
Very similar concept, yeah. But instead of books,
T-shirts.
exactly, you upload designs for t-shirts, sweatshirts, that kind of thing.
And same deal. Amazon handles the listing, printing, shipping, customer service.
That's right, print on demand again. He even said this was something he did before KDP, and it's still bringing in passive income for him.
How do you even spot these on Amazon? He gave an example, right?
Yeah, he said search for something like funny golfing t-shirts.
Right. And look for those mock-ups, where all the shirts look like they're displayed in the same style.
That's often a big clue, yeah. Suggests the seller isn't holding actual stock, it's likely merch on demand.
And profit-wise, how does it compare to KDP?
Generally, higher margins, according to the video. Mainly because, well, t-shirts sell for more than a simple KDP notebook, usually.
Okay, higher profits sound good, but there's got to be a catch.
There is competition. He flags that as the main hurdle. Much higher competition than KDP.
Why is that? Just easier to make a t-shirt design.
Maybe seems more accessible to people. Lots of designers out there. So the market is pretty saturated in many areas.
So what's the advice then? How do you deal with that?
Niche down. Hard. That's the key takeaway he gives. Focus on small, underserved niches through really specific research.
So not just dog shirts, but like...
Yeah, exactly. Like Bernese mountain dog owner who loves hiking shirts or something super specific like that.
Yeah.
You target a smaller group, but they're potentially much more likely to buy because it speaks directly to them.
Find the little ponds instead of swimming in the huge ocean.
That's a good way to put it. Find those less crowded areas where your specific design can stand out.
And let me guess, there's a tutorial for this too.
Yep, full step-by-step for merch on demand mentioned on his channel as well.
Okay, seems like a pattern. He shows the method, gives advice, points to a how-to. All right, we've done the easy ones. Now we're moving into medium difficulty. First up, affiliate marketing.
Right, a term lots of people have heard, but what is it really?
At its core, it's just recommending products or services, right? And getting a cut if someone buys based on your recommendation.
Pretty much. The video calls it using company referral programs, which is a simple way to think about it.
And we probably all do this offline anyway, telling friends about a good movie or whatever. But the passive part comes from taking it online.
Exactly. Online, your recommendation can reach way more people and potentially keep earning you commissions over time without you actively doing something each time.
So how do you do it online? The video mentioned 2 main ways.
Yeah, 2 main strategies. First, the sort of traditional way. Start a blog. Write articles, review products, include your special affiliate links.
Okay, makes sense. People read the review, click the link, buy the thing, you get paid.
That's the classic model. But the video highlights a different approach that Greg Gottfried finds works so much better right now.
And that is?
YouTube. Creating a free YouTube channel. Instead of writing, you make video reviews or recommendations.
And put the affiliate links in the video description.
Exactly. And his reasoning is pretty compelling. He says something like 70% of internet traffic is video now. People are watching, not reading as much maybe.
Wow, 70%, that's huge. So video gets more eyeballs, more potential clicks.
That seems to be his experience. Now, he does acknowledge, there's a learning curve, making videos, maybe building an audience. It takes effort up front.
Sure, it's not instant.
No. But the potential for passive income down the line seems significant based on what he's saying. And again, full tutorial offered if you want the nitty-gritty.
Okay, affiliate marketing via YouTube. Got it. What's the next medium one? Also YouTube related, wasn't it?
Yeah, closely related. Creating a YouTube channel, but the income source here is different. It's YouTube AdSense.
Ah, okay. So this isn't about selling products through links. It's about the actual ads YouTube shows on your videos.
Precisely. You get paid a certain amount when people watch the ads that run before or during your content.
And the video mentioned the payout varies quite a bit.
Yeah, it depends on different factors, making it tricky to predict exact earnings. Things like who's watching your videos, what the video's about.
Right. So is there any way to sort of aim for higher earnings? He gave some advice on that.
He did. It was quite specific. Focus on making educational content, not just entertainment.
Educational. Why is that better for ad money?
The thinking is advertisers will pay more to get their ads in front of people who are actively trying to learn something. That audience is maybe seen as more engaged or more likely to be interested in certain products or services being advertised.
Okay, that makes sense. A viewer looking up how to fix a leaky faucet might be more receptive to an ad for plumbing tools than someone just watching cat videos.
Exactly. And the really powerful passive aspect here is the lifespan of these videos. He talks about videos continuing to get views and earn ad revenue for years.
Yeah, he said like 5, 10, even 15 years. That's incredible longevity.
It really is. You create something valuable once, and it can keep working for you, keep generating that ad income for a very long time. Plus, the bonus of actually helping people by sharing what you know.
So potential income plus making an impact. Nice combo. All right, final medium difficulty stream. Creating digital downloads.
Right. So what are these? Basically files you create on your computer that you sell online. People buy, they download instantly.
Like templates or guides or something. He used an Etsy example, didn't he?
Yeah, wedding invitation templates on Etsy.
Yeah.
So you sell the design file, the buyer customizes it and prints it themselves, or uses it digitally.
Okay, I see. So you're selling the digital asset, not a physical thing.
Exactly. And the key advice here, according to the video, is to leverage your existing knowledge. Create something that saves other people time or effort.
Like, if you're good at something, make a tool or a template for people who aren't.
Precisely. He gave another example, a budgeting spreadsheet. If you're great with Excel or Google Sheets, build one with all the formulas ready to go. Someone who hates spreadsheets might happily pay for that.
That's a great point. Turn your skills into a product.
Yeah, identify something you know how to do that others struggle with and create a digital solution. And he mentions platforms like Etsy are good because people can just stumble upon your product while searching. Organic discovery.
So you create it once, list it, and then the sales can just happen automatically. Passive again.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, that brings us to the last one, the one the video labels the hardest to start.
Which is creating online courses.
Yep. Teaching something specific in a structured way online.
Why is this the hardest, though? What's the big challenge?
Well, the main thing is you really need to know your stuff. You need significant skill and knowledge in a topic to be able to teach it well in a comprehensive course format. It's a much bigger undertaking than, say, designing a t-shirt.
Right, you can't just wing it. You need actual expertise. Where do people sell these? He mentioned some platforms.
Yeah, places like Udemy or Skillshare. They provide the platform to host and sell the course.
But you have to create all the content, the videos, the materials.
Exactly. All the content creation is on you. It's a big upfront investment of time and effort. But the potential payoff, the passive income potential, can also be quite high if the course is good and finds an audience.
So how do you pick a topic? What was the advice there?
Look at your career. Look at your hobbies. What are you already skilled at? What do people ask you for help with? Those are your prime candidates.
Makes sense. Stick to what you know. So it's the highest barrier to entry, maybe, but potentially high reward too.
That seems to be the trade-off.
Yeah.
Significant effort to build it, but then it can generate sales for a long time as new students enroll.
Wow, okay. So there we have it. 7 different ways to potentially generate passive income, all pulled from that one video source.
Yeah, quite a range. From something as simple as switching bank accounts.
If you have the cash already.
Right, all the way up to building an entire online course based on your expertise.
We've covered high-yield savings, Amazon KDP, Amazon merch, affiliate marketing, YouTube AdSense, digital downloads, and online courses.
And you can see the progression, right? The first few are maybe lower effort or lower barrier to entry, potentially lower initial returns. Then the middle ones require building something online, creating content.
More effort, maybe more potential down the line.
Potentially, yeah. And the last one, courses needing real expertise and a big time investment upfront. It really depends on where you're starting from and what you're willing to put in.
This deep dive really did pull out some specific actionable tips from Greg Gottfried's experience, didn't it? The word search idea, the niche research for t-shirts, the educational content focus for YouTube ads.
Definitely practical advice mixed in with the concepts. So for you listening, as you hear all this, what's kind of clicking? What resonates?
Yeah, that's the big question now, isn't it? Based on your own skills, your time, what you actually like doing, which of these paths feels maybe the most doable or the most interesting for you to explore more?
And remember, like the video implies, the hardest isn't automatically the best for everyone. Maybe starting with something simpler, like KDP, or even just optimizing your savings is the right first step. Even small, consistent passive streams add up.
Absolutely. Don't feel you have to jump to creating a massive online course tomorrow. Maybe one of the other options is a much better fit right now.
So perhaps the final thought is, don't just dismiss these ideas. Reflect on them. See if one genuinely aligns with you. And if it does,
dig deeper. Look for more info. Maybe check out those tutorials mentioned in the original video if one of these really caught your eye. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.